Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. The first of 36 distributions will take place today, guys, March the 17th, 2023, St. Patrick's Day. Gotta remind you what today is all about. For those in the know, they know. So today is the first of the 36 distributions. A wallet's average WFLR holdings will be calculated based upon 3 random blocks from the previous 23 days. So this is how they are calculating the distribution, guys. The flare drop distributions will be available to claim every 30 days. So for those of you guys, again, wanting to see this distribution list, March 17th, and then every month after that. So we got the next one would be April the 16th and May 16th, June 15th, July 15th, so on and so forth, all the way throughout until January of 2026. And so for those of you guys who did participate in the snapshot back in December of 2020, you are definitely eligible for this. I will link this tweet thread in the description of the video, Flare Network's tweet thread from February 19th, just giving you guys again this schedule. If you are in fact looking at your Bifrost or wherever you are holding your WFLR, you should be getting an airdrop. It says here at 12 o'clock UTC, which equates to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So as of the time of this recording, that time has already passed. You guys should probably already have, or at least starting to get, your WFLR tokens. Wanted to keep moving along. Yesterday, or a couple of days ago now, I did talk about these new XRP domains that were coming out. And as I was doing more research on this, unfortunately, I'm getting a little more skeptical. Thomas Silkjar down here saying, I think there are multiple concerns with these. Now, these I just thought were straight up XRP domains, but apparently they're not actually technically real domains. And so I just wanted to apologize. I was not sure about this, but of course, doing more research, they are supposed to be released today. We are getting more information on these. I think there are some multiple concerns here. These covers both projects not providing real domains. So why call it a domain? So it's looking as though this is just a masked domain and not actually a real, a domain like a .com that you would purchase from a provider. It is misleading and will only cause confusion. A lot of people are not buying what they think they are buying. So these are not providing any way to resolve domain squatting issues, not providing any mechanism to resolve domains. xrpdomain.xyz has a JS library documented. The lib does not exist. Hosting domain metadata centralized isn't Web3 about decentralization. Then why does metadata have to be looked up through a central point? So all good points here from Thomas Silkjar, a developer. As the portal to the old web, they both provide a real top-level domain name, your domain.xrp, something else. Users are expected to know when to use .xrp and .xrp something else. So that's another confusing point here. Both projects seem to try and resolve the issue of selling NFTs first. Well, no one can resolve or use the domains they bought. The promise is seamless use with wallets and services, but that appears to be an issue for the future. Let's sell a lot of useless NFTs first. So Thomas Silkjar here just kind of pointing out some glaring issues with this project. Looks like it is in fact an avenue to sell NFTs. So just to set the record straight here, I am going to stay away from this. The other day I was saying, I'm interested in looking into this XRP domains, but now I'm thinking I'm probably not going to participate in this. But again, that's up to you to decide for yourself. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm thinking here now. So I wanted to thank Thomas Silkjar here just for bringing that up. Guys, we got this from Ian Binns. With regards to the Great Reset, a cashless world, the WEF just recently came out with this interesting little ditty. As digital currencies become more popular, could we be seeing the end of cash? Well, WEF, are you projecting what is going to happen in the coming years? So, usually they put out these articles, smugly, of course, because these guys are integrated into a system of rulers that essentially make the decisions for all of us. It goes on, talks about some examples like in Sweden, money, but no cash. Sweden has been cashless for quite a while now. Will higher interest rates lead to the end of cash? So there's some speculation here to assume that it could, proving a causal relationship between cash in circulation and interest rates requires more work. Still, historically, though, high central bank interest rates certainly play a role in decreasing the amount of cash in circulation. Down here it says, in most major developed economies, the last decade has been characterized by low inflation and low central bank interest rates associated with the rise in cash in circulation. However, the global inflation spike of the last 18 months has prompted central banks to raise their prospective interest rates. In turn, a decline in cash is already starting to occur in some economies. For example, currency in circulation fell from 10.4% of the GDP in the United States in 2021 to 8.6% 6% in 2022. For the Eurozone, it fell from 10.1% to 9.8% during the same years. The European Central Bank has warned that high inflation is a long-term challenge. There is evidence that historically, once inflation spikes above 8%, it takes 2 years to fall beneath 6%. So they're looking at some of the statistics here. Obviously, though, these guys want to take cash away from us because cash, of course, is anonymous. We can make transactions without the government knowing. And they just don't want that because they want full control towards cashless society. The question is no longer if digital cash will arrive, but when and how. Today, 90% of central banks are developing a central bank digital currency, as we know, and so they give some statistics on that. Interestingly, 76% of nations working on a retail CBDC are exploring interoperability with existing payment systems. So, that's a good sign for you and I, right? People who hold XRP or XLM for that matter. These cross-border DLT systems are obviously going to leverage cryptocurrency to be able to make these, interoperable payments with other currencies, and not just currencies, anything with value more seamless. And obviously, this is the way they want to move. So let me go down here. Is this the end of cash despite the trend towards a cashless society and CBDC's progression? The end of cash is still far in sight and will still be used as a store of value and means of payment for some time. So they are a bit of a relief, at least in the short term. They are saying that cash is still going to be around for some time. As a store of value, cash usage as a percentage of GDP is increasing in the Eurozone, the United States, and Japan. Cash is king when there is a crisis, such as a financial shock or pandemic. For example, in the Eurozone, the use of banknotes increasing during the 3 months following the collapse of Lehman Brothers in late 2008, reaching a then all-time high. So a bit of a relief here, although we got to keep our eyes on these scoundrels, make sure we know what they are doing at all times. But an interesting report here, an interesting blog post by the World Economic Forum that just came out a couple of days ago. Thought I would share that with you guys. But it is evident that Ripple and XRP are going to be foundational to this new financial system. And as per Crypto Eddie here on Twitter, an evident change in the About Ripple section in strategic investment press release to accelerate Web3 and startups. Projects built for the masses, where payment doors to retail can be opened and liquidity harnessed. Guys, they just changed their About section. This is the little blurb that they use generally. And, when other news outlets talk about Ripple, they generally just kind of cut and paste this About section. Well, check this out. Something that Crypto Eddie noticed transforms how the world moves, manages, and tokenizes value. So Ripple in a lot of ways, used to be about cross-border payments specifically, but now they're talking about tokenizing assets, tokenizing everything. Down here it says Ripple's business solutions are faster, more transparent, and cost-effective, of course, as we all know. They say down here, and together with partners in the larger developer community, we identify use cases where crypto technology will inspire new business models and create opportunity for more people. So again, expanding on their current use cases and going with those more verticals that Brad Garlinghouse said Ripple was going to eventually move to in the coming years, and he said that years ago now. So we're already seeing it. Increasing access to inclusivity and scalable financial systems while leveraging carbon neutral blockchain. So again, hitting on that climate point. Technology and a green digital asset, XRP. This is how we deliver on our mission to build crypto solutions for a world without economic borders. So, a change here from Ripple's website. Wanted to thank Sentosumo Saba for sharing that. I also wanted to bring this to you guys from Ian Bins here on Twitter. The fact that South Korea is changing their regulatory guidelines and how this might in fact benefit XRP, hopefully price. So South Korea, located in the APAC region, and Rahul Advani, Director of Policy for the APAC region, is conducted outside of the United States with a sizable chunk taking place in the Asia-Pacific region, which includes South Korea. And Ripple just posted this with regards to South Korea. They're gearing up to provide more regulatory clarity for crypto this year. Ripple's APAC Policy Director, Advani, discusses how policymakers can strike a balance between consumer protection and fostering innovation in the sector. So this particular region definitely does already utilize XRP and Ripple in a certain capacity, but maybe with these South Korean regulations, they're hoping that this will push the adoption even further. Recently, the Financial Services Commission of South Korea published rules for identifying which digital assets would be designated security tokens and hence come under regulations applicable to financial securities, in a strong step towards providing such regulatory clarity. And then just down here, after being approved by the South Korean Parliament, the necessary revisions to the Capital Markets Act to recognize STOs are anticipated to be finalized in the first half of 2023 and implemented in 2024. So hopefully we get some more meaningful regulatory clarity coming out of South Korea, an emerging market getting bigger and bigger. And of course, XRP adoption would be great coming out of there. I wanted to thank Ian Binns for posting that. Also happen to see this from Michael Branch here, guys. Ripple invests in Blockchain Founders Fund to support Web3. So, just going along those same lines, adding more verticals, in this case, fostering the Blockchain Founders Fund, or the BFF. Ripple and BFF did confirm in a press release today, as per a written statement, the investment would support high-potential early-stage startups building blockchain-related products. With the funding, BFF would invest in promising Web3 founders and support the over 100 existing startups in the portfolio. The press release stated some companies on BFF's portfolio include Splinterlands, Dogami, Crayon, Altered State Machine Magna, and Lunar Crush. And here's a quote from Brooks Entwistle, Senior Vice President of the MENA region for Ripple. It's clear that blockchain technology can transform industries. We want to see startups unlock the potential of blockchain technology and are excited to partner with Blockchain Founders Fund to accelerate startups that are creating world-class products with real-world utility for the global market. So this is great. Seeing more development, obviously, seeing more use cases, Ripple fostering the adoption of this, everything being built on the XRP ledger. I mean, this is really how you're going to create the adoption, fostering these companies, incentivizing companies to also work on the XRPL. So guys, all great news here. I believe these guys are out of Singapore. And more development on the XRP ledger in the MENA region. So I wanted to thank Michael Branch for posting that. Also happened to see this, guys, with regards to Ripple partner Temenos. Now, Temenos, they do back-end banking solutions, and they've been partnered with Ripple for at least 6 or 7 years now. Well, they just announced yesterday that they are now launching Temenos Banking Cloud with a new partner, Kick Banco Digital, becoming the first digital-only bank in the Dominican Republic. Part of the Grupo Popular, Kick combines more than 5 decades of banking experience with the operational agility and cutting-edge digital experiences enabled by the Temenos platform. And just down here, with instant access to packaged banking services via software as a service on Temenos Banking Cloud, Kick can meet the emerging needs of digital customers with the highest technological security and service standards built around the way customers live their daily lives. And guys, I think this is what most banks now want to see for their customers. They want to make the process as seamless as possible because, customers are fussy. There's technology that can do things very easily for us now, and banking is going to be no different. And, this is why we're seeing, all these companies try to kind of scramble in a way, a slow scramble over the last 5-6 years or so to get on top of this DLT technology. Temenos Banking Cloud also allows Kick to reap the benefits of an OpEx model and elastically scale based on business demand. So that's the other thing too, right? Businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, they really want to benefit from this technology as well. Their margins, in some cases are already low. So, what is the best solution? Visa, MasterCard may be a thing of the past, although we know Visa and MasterCard, for example, are also partnered with Ripple in one capacity or another. So, even the credit card companies are realizing, okay, we got to adopt, we got to adapt, and we got to get on with this. And so, Kick in the Dominican Republic, just another company now integrating with Temenos, which is a Ripple-enabled company. So, great news there. Wanted to keep moving along, guys. I saw this also. Travel ledger fintech Neum to expand B2B settlement capabilities for travel-focused businesses. So this has to do with the business traveler. Neum is a Ripple partner. They're partnering with Travel Ledger, a B2B settlement network for the travel industry, and they've announced a strategic agreement to bring innovative payment solutions to travel businesses worldwide. Neum's single platform for global payments and card issuing provides banks, fintechs, payment providers, and businesses of any size the ability to disperse and collect funds instantly across borders. Of course, leveraging RippleNet technology that makes that very easy. Leveraging Neum's global payment network, the partners expand Travel Ledger market reach to the whole of the UK, Europe, US, and beyond. So travelers, of course, since the pandemic has eased off, we're seeing now more travelers, business travelers travel for business purposes. Let's get those Zoom calls. Let's make those Zoom calls a thing of the past, and let's travel and see our business partners in person. And so this is a whole sub-industry that is now re-emerging over the last year or so since the pandemic has subsided. On the other hand, Travel Ledger simplifies the time-consuming processes of B2B invoicing and settlement by facilitating travel companies to use single data format and platform to exchange financial information rather than everyone using different formats. So Neum, part of this, partnering with Travel Ledger, streamlining these capabilities for business travelers. Down here it says the collaboration between the two companies results in the integration of a variety of banking services on the travel ledger platform, providing increased settlement automation using a variety of payment methods. And of course, those payment methods courtesy of RippleNet technology, likely considering it is going through fintech Neum. So just another company here, guys, benefiting from the Ripple network being processed through their partner Neum. Great news here. Wanted to keep moving along, guys, because I wanted to share this with you from Mr. Man here on Twitter. Financial Instrument Global Identifier, or FIGI, is an established global standard issued under the guidelines of the Object Management Group in partnership with Keiko and Bloomberg and OMG. And guys, get this, XRP is listed as a currency according to the market identifier. So this is something that he's noticed here. He's posting a video here wearing a Spider-Man mask, and I will link this video in the description of the video if you guys want. I'll link this tweet and you can link to the video from there. But basically what he's acknowledging here is this. If you go to this website here, Open FIGI or FIGI here, let me just tell you guys a little bit about this company. FIGI has applicability beyond simple security and instrument identification. The identifiers are used for managing the transactions of hierarchical specificity as an instrument moves through the functional aspects of trading, settlement, portfolio management, asset servicing, risk management, and regulatory reporting, i.e. the contextual view. So as per all these applications, trading, settlement, portfolio management. So as you guys can see, this is not just related to cross-border payments. This is related to transferring value in the broader sense. The use of a unique, non-changing, and perpetual identifier also enables linking material changes to that instrument, maintains permanent association with those changes, and provides a consistent historical perspective of that instrument changing over time through corporate actions and other events. And just doing a quick Google search here, you can see Financial Instrument Global Identifier. The Financial Instrument Global Identifier is an open standard, unique identifier of financial instruments that can be assigned to instruments including common stock, options, derivatives, futures, corporate, government bonds, municipals, currencies, and mortgage products, guys. So this runs the gamut. This is essentially transferring value from point A to point B. It was introduced in 2009, and guys, get this, if you type in Ripple here, a quick search gives you guys the identifier that is associated with Ripple. Obviously, their ticker is XRP. The security type is a crypto. And the market sector, guys, take a look at this over here. They are referencing that as a currency. So utilizing XRP as a currency in order to be able to move value. And this is just the identifier, the unique identifier, the organization that sources that out. The interesting point here, though, XRP labeled as a currency, one, but also meant for trading, settlement, portfolio management, asset servicing, risk management, and regulatory reporting. And it is going to move lots of things with value, guys. Just think of how big these markets are. Stocks, options, derivatives, futures, corporate and government bonds, municipals, currencies, and I'm sure the list doesn't stop there. I haven't done this exercise in a while, but here is just comparing the world's money and markets. As you guys can see down here, one square equals $100 billion. So to give you guys a point of reference, Sam Bankman-Fried's peak net worth, about $100 billion. And it gives you guys some context here. So sports teams, cryptocurrency, Russia versus Ukraine GDP, military spending, and then the currencies of the world, okay? Currencies of the world, lots of money in gold, world's billionaires, central bank balance sheets. And so, just going back to this for a second, if we just look at derivatives, futures, corporate markets, stocks, options, all that stuff, it gets really, really big. Like the S&P 500, for example, again, each square represents $100 billion. US versus China GDP. But look at this down here. Global money supply, guys. We're getting larger and larger. Stock markets around the world. What about global debt that needs to be transferred? Huge, guys. Global real estate. Down here, they say mortgage products could be transferred through XRP. We'll take a look at global real estate, how much that is in residential, agriculture, and commercial. And what about global wealth all across the world? Huge numbers, guys. Derivatives. Yeah, they also mentioned derivatives down in here. Look at how big this market is. I'm still scrolling. That is huge. And so, guys, this is a big deal, listing XRP as a currency, first of all, but also from Open FIGI or FIGI, XRP has an identifier, and it is going to be used to move everything of value. So when are we going to see that high price that David Schwartz has always maintained that XRP needs to be in order to really function in a global marketplace. I hope it's coming soon. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.